Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Teachings of Joseph. I'm Cindy Edison. Well, we are moving into the last step of the 7 steps of self-discovery and healing. And step number 7 is, I will say, one of my favorites, and that goes for every one of them. I love these, and I'm so glad that you have been following this, and I hope they're helping you. These steps are what we would refer to as the bridge, and they are the bridge to the new perspective. If you've noticed, and I hope you have, I've been pointing it out, but this is something you feel, and if you've noticed, all of these steps are built on the premise that we control our own vibration, because that is how we create our reality, and it's through our vibration. Hopefully, you're doing it consciously, not an easy thing to do in this world. It is full of choices, in fact, moment by moment choices, and being aware of what we are thinking and what we're focusing on and what our intention is in every moment. Sounds a little overwhelming, doesn't it? And when I first started thinking about really focusing on my moment-to-moment thoughts, it was overwhelming. And Joseph said, just keep going. This is a shift from a position that we have held for eons of time. That position, for the most part, is out of alignment. So as a result of that, we have a lot of beliefs and understandings that are also out of alignment, which is what makes the majority of the human collective living in an out of alignment situation or circumstance. Now that goes in every direction, in every direction. And yes, it's all relative. So these steps are saying you are responsible for your vibration. And when you know that, and when you're focused on controlling that, or really it's a recognition of the vibration of who you really are. You are your soul's vibration. That is a vibration that has no fear. It is pure love. And that's who we really are. And then we come here into the contrast, we dive into that deep end, and we choose our way out. And the more we know who we really are and what our inherent abilities are, it becomes a fun journey. But it's not so much fun when we're standing on the precipice saying, I need to choose something that is almost the opposite of everything I've ever thought to be true. It's an interesting perspective. It's an interesting place to be. And here we are. So we are on our way to the new earth, and what we are witnessing, participating in, and creating in the world of contrast right now through everything that's going on, you can see, feel, and watch, observe this physical shift in consciousness. Remember, everything manifest is non-physical first, and we are seeing the non-physical shift play out in its physical form, in the physical manifestation of it. Like everything, the process, remember, the process is always the same. So let me move on to number 7. Beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful step, and I love it. And I call this one the bow to this package. Step number 1 hits us hard right in the beginning. You are responsible for everything. We go, oh shit. And then they tell us why that's a good thing in 2 through 6. And number 7 is the bow on the whole package. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to read it. I'll read it twice. And then I'm going to read you what Joseph said about it, and then we're going to talk more about these steps. Okay, so here we go. I am an aspect of God. My inherent vibration is the healing vibration of pure love and is accessible to me through my focus upon it. As my awareness of who I really am expands, all things are possible. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. I'll read it again. I am an aspect of God. My inherent vibration is the healing vibration of pure love and is accessible to me through my focus upon it. As my awareness of who I really am expands, all things are possible. I'm going to add something to the first line of this. I've been trying to do this in every one of these steps. This is the evidence of my own growth and my own expansion. So I'm going to read this. I am an aspect of God. My inherent vibration, which is the God consciousness, by the way, my inherent vibration, my soul's vibration, the vibration of who I really am, is the healing vibration. And I'm going to say that that vibration, the God consciousness that is inherent in all of us, that means it is who we is, it is who he is, it is who we are, is what allows us and calls us and is in eternal motion forward all the time. It's that vibration. And that motion is what heals, right? It takes place, or it's always taken. It is what it is. It is the place of pure love. And there can be no fear, no sickness, no illness, nothing like that in the pure love vibration. So it is always eternally expanding. And this is how Joseph teaches us that we heal. The healing, the physical healing, is the physical manifestation of this, of the knowing of this vibration, the recognition of it, the recognition of who you really are. If you have read Anita Moorjani's book, Dying to Be Me, I push this a lot because it changed my perspective in the healing side of this. It changed my life. It's an amazing work. Look it up if you can. I'll put the link to it in the comments down there. Anyway, she tells her story, which is a healing story, and the healing component that she talks about is the understanding that when there is no fear, there is no sickness. There is no healing necessary because it just is. So if you're a reader and you haven't read that book yet, it's a great read. It's just beautiful. She's a wonderful teacher. Anyway, so I'm adding expansion to that step. Okay, let's move on to what Joseph says about this step and how they explain this to us. Okay, here we go. Jesus said, "All things are possible for him who believes." This quote, translated by us, means all things are possible for he who believes as his soul believes. For from the soul's perspective, there is no thing, no state of being, and nothing that cannot be achieved through vibrational desire and agreement. Jesus exampled it and taught through his example. Our human friends label his examples as miracles, and to those who are out of alignment with the thoughts of their soul and who are steeped within the contrast, they certainly appear to be miracles. However, all his works were examples of who you truly are. He walked as his soul and demonstrated the power of choice as his own human aspect, you see. He exampled his focus for all human aspects. He demonstrated the God vibration within him through his healing and his physical creations. He taught, "Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever believes in me will also do the works that I do, and greater works than these will he do, because I am going to the Father." Our evolved translation of this quote is, Whoever believes in the example I am demonstrating through the vibration I hold is capable of not only what I have shown, but even more through your own consistent evolution and expansion of your soul. I am transitioning back to the realm of pure love vibration and will continue to assist in your evolution, the evolution of the soul of God, of the all, from a higher realm of being. Many before you have taught of your power as the soul of God, as the piece of the pie that is God, and many will throughout your evolution. We say, verily, verily, discover who you are, for that is the key to your salvation. It is in the knowing of yourself as a piece of the universe. You are a manifestation of your soul, that piece of God who chose to experience the contrast of the physical world in order to expand love, either through healing or through joy. Whatever the chosen course, it is a necessary step in your evolution back to the pure vibration of love, of your soul, and of the Almighty Creator, who is you. I just love that, you guys. It's so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Doesn't it feel good? It just feels really good. So they are showing us how evolution works for the human collective. And Jesus is part of the Josef group, as you know, and he told me that not only was he, and has he always been, a teacher, teaching all the time through many, many teachers, many, many of us. So there are so many in contact with him and his vibration. You know, I say to him, "You're so busy," you know, and he kind of just laughs. But anyway, he's saying that, you know, I was here in this earth and I am with you in the new earth. And he will be a great teacher. He is a great teacher for all of us. And of course, because he is always evolving as we are, everything always evolves, right? He is constantly teaching the evolved message. So this is a great piece of him to pick up right now. And his example is universal, of course. And he said, "Follow me." He meant, do what I do. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. I am you, he's saying. So, and that's what step number 7 says. I am an aspect of God, and Jesus is an aspect of God. You know, just like all of us. We are all aspects of God. My inherent vibration is the healing vibration of pure love, the God consciousness within you. It's pure love. And it's accessible to me through my focus upon it. When I started first talking with Josef, it was so easy, it was hard for me. You know, our human way is to make everything difficult. So, and a lot of you already know that spirituality is very easy. In fact, it makes so much sense to us that we don't understand it. So we try to make things difficult. Anyway, in the beginning, I would ask them, you know, how do I'm watching everybody else channel, and some people close their eyes, and I did in the beginning too. And some people go into a trance of some kind, or some people's voice changes. It's very unique. It's very unique. And however is comfortable for you is what is best for you, of course, always, always. And so I was looking at other people and doing what they were doing, and it never felt right. I would go from, you know, meditation, eyes closed, laying down, sitting up, you know, asking all these things, protecting myself, all that stuff. And I went through all those rituals, all beautiful in their own right, just not for me. And finally, I said to them, what is going on here? Because I don't feel like any of these things are working. And they said, why do you think you need them? And I said, because everybody else is doing it. And they said, well, that's lesson number 1 right there. Anyway, they said, you had to go through that process to find your own process and what's comfortable for you. And they said, you've been doing this for so many lifetimes, it's so natural to you that you make it difficult. It's just like when Abraham says, you are so free you can choose bondage. And that saying just hit me right between the eyes when I first heard that. And it's so true. And it goes for this too, So they said the only thing necessary for the human aspect to do, the action that is required, is focus. It's focus. And that's a difficult thing for us to do with something we can't see. But we're going to give you some processes moving forward. I'm not going to do it today, but we are going to give you some processes to use so we can kind of put some human analogies to a perspective and an action that we have no idea what we're talking about. So we're going to inch our way there, but it's going to be great. I'm going to share a lot of visuals that Josef has given me so we can understand our own evolution and where we're going. It's really interesting and very different than I had ever thought. I'll tell you that. I'm used to them all now, but in the beginning I went, wow, that's really cool. I never thought of it like that before, which is clear indication for me that I have shifted my perspective. When I say, or when anybody says, I never thought about it like that before, that's what a shift in perspective sounds like, seeing things differently. And if you refuse to see things differently, you hold yourself in the same vibratory pattern, right? And you're just kind of idling. You're on idle in a vibration. You have to be able to expand your mind to consider at least other available opportunities for creating. That's what it's all about, is creating, right? We're creating everything in every moment. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to end here. I really am grateful for all of you, and I am so thankful for the nice notes I'm getting and emails and notes on Instagram. Means a lot to me, and it lets me know that this is helping somebody. This is a message that is in the fifth dimension, and a lot of people will fight it. That's my third dimensional word, and Josef says, it's all about awareness, Cindy. It's all about levels of awareness. And as people are ready to make the shift, they do. So if you're listening to this and you are resonating with Josef's message, you are a New Earth vibrational teacher. So start living it. They said to me, you must example this, Cindy. And I said, oh, great. What was I thinking? What are we thinking, you guys? What are we thinking? We're thinking beauty, and we're thinking the new earth is where we need to be. The new human aspect, who we are morphing into, is already sitting there. So cool. And they live by, say they, it's we, really, right? It's another aspect of us. It's another physical aspect in the works right now. And we are co-creating that aspect of ourselves. And they are living from this perspective. They're living from this perspective. They're existing from this perspective of love, and they're calling us forward. They're calling us. So dump the fear. We're going to move out of that. We're coaching that, how to shift and how to change your thoughts. I'm saying we're steeped in it, you guys. We're steeped, but we're moving out of it and hop on this plane of consciousness with us and watch how your life changes. And I'm not going to say it's going to change overnight. It doesn't. It's a process. Go back and listen to the podcast, What is the Process? Trust the process, they say, right? Well, first let's find out what that process is, and then we can trust it, right? Because we feel this process, because the process is also in alignment. So you're going to feel your way through, and this is what the process teaches you to do. So you guys, love you all so much, and grateful that you are setting sail for the new earth with us. Welcome aboard.